Hello, happy people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good whatever time of day it is you're watching me. It's still me, that happy girl. I'm happy to see you today. Oh my god, I just yes, I'm in the car about to go out, and I'm waiting for my friend right now. She's going to come and join me, and then we'll head out to where we want to go. But while waiting for her, I just got off the phone with a friend who sadly shared a very disturbing news with me. Yes, she had a miscarriage. Oh my god, I met her in a very bad place. She was really down, she was depressed and all that, but I'm happy after having a conversation with her. I left her in a better place than I met her, because at least she got she was lifted, right? So when I got off the phone with her, it struck me, why don't you put up a video together so that you can actually share this uplifting news with one or two other women out there who are actually passing through the same situation as she is this minute. And that is the reason for this video. Okay, so we find women who blame themselves for their miscarriage. Some even go as far as punishing themselves in penance because of their miscarriage. And this brings us to the question, whose fault is it? Was it really their fault that they miscarried their unborn? In a sentence, dear sister, miscarriages rarely happen as a result of something you did or didn't do. So I can assure you today, it is definitely not your fault, okay? Stop beating yourself up, stop blaming yourself, stop punishing yourself because you miscarried your child. It is definitely not your fault. That is the good news, that is the uplifting message I want to share with you this morning, all right? Up until today, science, despite its advancement, has not been able to come up with a single reason, or at least reasons, why women miscarry. Yeah, they've been able to, bring up one or two things that may likely lead to miscarriage, but they have not been able to say for a certainty that this or this or this or doing that and that and that are things that will definitely cause a miscarriage. So it is not your fault. All they have been able to come up with are reasons that could increase a woman's chances of miscarriage, but not things that actually, or would I say concretely, causes miscarriages in women. You might say that it is not so easy to empathize with someone when you haven't been in the situation yourself. Well, this flight. Sorry, I'm in the parking lot waiting. So I'm sorry. This is not a laughing matter, right? I'm really not feeling happy right here, but I'm just trying to cheer up for all of us out there. So, like I was saying before, it is usually, people say you won't understand. You see what this sister is passing through this morning? I totally understand. Like, I have been there, done that, and just like she's feeling like right now, I thoroughly blamed myself. Like, I did one or two things that I felt was a way to punish myself for actually miscarrying my child, because I felt it was my fault. But now I know better. It wasn't really my fault. There was nothing that I did or didn't do that led to it. It was just going to happen. At that time, I was enrolled in a fashion school. Yeah, I sew. Very well too, unisex at that. Just for family at the moment. Story for another day. But then I thought that it was because of me paddling away on the sewing machine daily that led to my miscarriage. If you see what the damage I did to that machine, because in my poor little mind, as far as I can tell, it was being on that machine that led to my miscarriage. As a matter of fact, I stopped that period until when I got to realize that it wasn't because I was sewing on the machine that I had a miscarriage. Then I changed my perspective, I changed my thinking, and I got better for it. I spent most of my nights, days, retracing my step, thinking, where was it I missed it? What was it exactly I did that led to this? What was that particular action? Was it at this point or that point? This is not healthy. This is not healthy. At the end of the day, all of this boils down to me blaming myself, blaming my actions, which, by the way, were not even the cause for it, for the miscarriage. Now I know better. Now I know that there was nothing I could have done differently to change it. It was just going to happen. And I'm grateful to God today for how everything turned out, because who knows, maybe by now I would have ended up with a malformed baby. I'm not saying maybe that's what would have happened, but I just don't know, all right? But I definitely know that the fetus was expelled, because I just started spotting, and before you know, it went to the hospital, no heartbeat, and then the whole thing, I don't want to be graphical here, but it just came out on its own. I didn't even need to be evacuated or suctioned or anything. So it just happened, and I was a bit depressed at the time, but thank God for the doctor who discharged me at the time. He assured me, don't worry, madam, you'll be fine, just do this and do that. And I followed his rules, and today I'm a happy mother of 3 lovely boys, right? So that could be you, my dear sister. Don't worry, relax. It's just a minor step back. This is not the end of the road for you. No doubt, some lifestyle choices like excessive alcoholic consumption, strenuous exercises, poor diet, malnutrition, some health conditions like diabetes, HIV, swimming in the hot tub, in sauna, jacuzzis, all these things could actually increase a woman's chances of miscarriage, but definitely not cause it, right? Because there are some people who will check all these boxes I mentioned and still go ahead to carry to term and bet a healthy infant, while there are some women who will live by the books, like do everything by the book, and still end up miscarrying. So there is no clear-cut line when it has to do with this miscarriage thing. I'm going to tell you a story. There is this program I watched on TV titled I Didn't Know I Was Pregnant. I think most of you were conversant with that program. So this young girl, she went on a vacation with her parents, right? And then halfway through, she developed a stomach ache, and what was supposed to be just a routine, or let's say emergency visit to the emergency room, turned out to be a whole new story. After the lab, the investigation, and the diagnosis, guess what? This girl was in active labor. Surprise, right? Not just active labor of a preemie baby. She was full term, and she's in active labor. Like, it was a surprise to both the parents. Everybody was like, how come? What happened? And then they had to prepare. Of course, they were not ready to welcome receive a child. So the mom went around in the ward. Some other women in the ward, pregnant nursing mothers, they contributed clothes and diapers and stuff for the lady, and then she went into the theater. Not even a cesarean session. She pushed and she delivered a healthy 8-pounder. Can you believe that? Now, this girl, according to her, in her own words, because she was interviewed eventually, was a party animal. Like, oh my God, if you know what I mean, she was a regular rebellious youth, right? She attended parties, she experimented with drugs and alcohol. She was definitely not doing anything that a pregnant woman should do. Like, there wasn't even any prenatal. Of course, she wasn't pregnant, but guess what? She carried to term without any complications whatsoever, and labor came naturally, and then she delivered a healthy baby. Not fair, right? It might seem not fair, but it happens. So my sister, once again, you might wonder what I'm blabbing about. I am just here to tell you over and over again, it is not your fault, okay? Just cheer up. You will be fine. Stop blaming yourself. Stop beating yourself up. No matter how badly those in-laws want to make it to be your fault, how your husband, your partner, or whoever don't want to see reasons or understand with you and keep throwing the blame at you, please don't join them in that bandwagon. It's not your fault, okay? It is not your fault. Repeat after me. It is not your fault. Okay, so based on the story I just narrated, which by the way is not a fiction, it happened, some women who actually live by the rules, sleep right, exercise moderately, take their prenatal vitamins religiously, take care of themselves, like do everything by the book, everything that a pregnant woman ought to do, and then they end up miscarrying. It seems like it's unfair to them, like life is being unfair to them, but then it happens. So this tells us what, that miscarriages does not happen as a result of what you did or didn't do. If it was going to happen oftentimes as a result of chromosomal anomalies, it's going to happen, and there's nothing you nor I can do about it. I mean, in my own case, I couldn't stop it. Despite my best effort, it happened anyways. Doctors, when they noticed the problem, asked me to take a bed rest, stop doing this and stop heavy lifting and all that. But even while lying on that bed, the spotting still went on, and then the baby expelled on its own without any intervention whatsoever. So my dear sister, please, okay, please, I don't know who it is I'm talking to right now, but I know I am reaching to somebody this very minute. It is not your fault, okay? Now that it has happened, right, I'm sure the doctors have prescribed some antibiotics for you, so just go ahead, take them, relax, heal both physically, psychologically, drink enough water, do your moderate exercises, just prepare yourself, because guess what, you are definitely conceiving again, and you're going to carry that baby you so desire. It happened to me, it will happen to you, okay? You will be just fine. Cheer up, okay? You will be fine. I also want to add that if it does happen, just like in my own case, I forgot to mention this earlier, there was nothing I didn't blame it on. I said, could it be because I was sewing? Because of that day I ran, I was jogging. Because of that chicken suey I ate, I saw one small blood in the bone marrow. I was like, hey, it was contaminated. What do they call it? Listeria. What do they call it? No. And it is not definitely because you slept with your partner, your husband, you know. Sex doesn't cause miscarriage. As a matter of fact, sexual relations between couples when a woman is pregnant is completely safe, except on some isolated cases, maybe women who are already biologically predisposed to miscarrying, maybe some women who conceive via IVF who are older in age and all that. It is only on these cases that your doctor might prescribe that you stay away from any strenuous activity, which might include having sexual intercourse. Other than that, feel free with your partner, just be careful. If you need to exercise, just go ahead with it. You can swim, you can brisk walk, you can do anything moderately. You are just fine. Eat well, just what you would have done normally, and then that baby will come. It happened to me. I did all of this, right? And yes, give yourself some time too. Let me also remind you, it is totally normal for you to want to try immediately. Like, it happened to me. Like, I want to, like, the next day conceive immediately. So it is completely okay, but it is not healthy for you. If it does happen, oh well and good. But if you can, do everything you can to give yourself some time, okay? Just take a month or two off, which I did, because I followed my doctor's instruction to the T, and by the 3rd month I went to the hospital and I was confirmed 4 weeks gone. All right, so just take those antibiotics, prepare yourself, continue with your folic acid and all that shit, and you will conceive. It happened to me, it will happen to you. By God's grace, or by the grace of whatever it is exactly you believe in, whatever higher power you believe in, it will happen for you, okay? So my dear sister, stand up from those ashes, dust yourself up, chin up, adjust your crown, put a smile on that face, and cheer up, okay? The worst is behind you. It's in the past now. We're marching on to better things. We're marching on to happiness. We're marching on to new babies and all those excitement. So cheer up, sister, cheer up. You will be fine, okay? I'm really sorry you miscarried. I'm sorry about what happened to you. It's painful, it's heartbreaking, it's depressing, it's all that. But sister, all of those, let's throw them behind us, okay? We are going to conquer. I'm sorry if you're hearing noises around me. I'm in a public parking lot, okay? I don't know. This message just struck me and I thought to drop it immediately as it is hot, okay? And I hope I would have been doing some good to somebody out there by this message. So in case you haven't already done that, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Unless I forget, even if age or other biological factors makes it seem like after this miscarriage you have no chances whatsoever at birthing a child or having a child of your own, I would like for you to come with me to my next video, which I will make at a later time, okay, where we can also look at options or alternatives. You know, the world has so evolved that most of the things that are considered impossible are now very possible these days. So we're going to consider other alternatives that you can explore to, you know, have that child you so desire, your child, carrying you both you and your husband's, your partner's DNA, okay? So like I was saying earlier, I don't know if I already said it, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. If my video spoke to you, or you think you benefited from this video, or you think there's some lady out there who could actually benefit a lot from this video, please feel free to share and do leave me a huge thumbs up, like the video, and when you do subscribe, you see that bell notification beside it. Please don't forget to click it so that the moment I'm uploading a video, publishing a new video, boom, you will be informed. Okay, until I see you again, beautiful ladies, beautiful sisters, don't forget what I said. Keep that smile, keep your head up so the crown don't fall. Okay, I love you, I love you, I love you, and I wish you a healthy pregnancy in advance, because definitely you're conceiving. I promise you that. Okay, babies. I'm so excited right now. I don't even know why, but I have to leave you now. My friend is here finally. Oh my god. Okay, guys. See you again. Bye.